chaos, carnage, and a bit of controversy. Well, these are the three words which sum up the 2021 inaugural Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And my oh my, what a race it was! We all knew from the get go that if you're building the fastest street circuit in the world, which means zero runoff areas, concrete barriers, and three DRS zones, that is a recipe for trouble. But Saudi Arabia did not disappoint. I mean, yeah, the race was very intense. It was a nail biting race, and I kid you not, if someone would have been measuring my heartbeat, it would have been through the roof. I was tensed. I was biting my nails, and I don't do that. Well, anyway, whatever happened in the race happened, and today I'm still trying to recover from that. So let's see, and let's just dive deep into this race review. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Sid, and this is the Menonverse. Come on, let's be honest. We were all expecting an exciting and chaotic race, but when the first lap started, it was all clean. All the drivers were behaving themselves. There were no incidents. There was not even a bit of touching. So, apart from, well, Perez locking up and almost crashing into Max. But apart from that, nothing, no incidents. And it started to look like, well, this is going to be another processional race like Monaco, and we'll just keep running here and there. And maybe we might have a strategic advantage during the pit stops. But it all changed on lap 10 when Mick had that slide off and he banged into the wall. And well, that brought out the safety car. And that also started the first controversy of the race when Bottas was purposefully slowing Max down before going into the pits because both the Mercs were going to the pits. Lewis was leading, Bottas was P2, and Max was P3. And Lewis had a considerable advantage. However, he went into the pits and Mercedes decided to double stack. And for that, they required Bottas to be a bit slow, which he did. And Max did immediately come on the radio and complain about it. But well, no decision was taken, no investigation, no penalties. What the hell, man? I mean, it's incidents like this which just make us doubt if there is any fairness. Because, well, we have been witnessing this over the season that Max has been getting a bucket load of penalties, whereas if someone else does it, no penalties are applied. There is something which is not going on right. Anyway, moving on from that. So both the Mercs were in the pits, and Red Bull had the strategic decision that they actually took a very big gamble and they decided to keep Max out and gain track position. So Max was technically leading the race, and they did not let him pit, whereas they did let Checo pit, and he came out on the hard compounds. But it was kind of strange. They were expecting probably another safety car or another a red flag or something of that sort, and that's exactly what happened. There was a red flag, and Max got a free pit stop, and he got to keep his lead as well. So it was a strategic gamble from Red Bull, but well, it all went in vain, right? Because we all know what the result was. Anyway, uh, the race restarted, and ugh, Checo was off. Checo and Charles collided. Charles, nothing happened to him. He went on, but Checo's race was over there and then. And, well, Mazepin collided right into Russell, and we had a total of five retirements this race, and that's not good. As exciting and action packed as it might seem, for the fans, they love a bit of drama, a bit of accident, bit of wheel to wheel contact, but it is dangerous for the drivers. If you see the onboard of Mazepin driving right into Russell, it was horrific. He had no control. So this just goes to show that Jeddah is, despite being a very fast track, it is not. That safe. Despite the fact that we have so many talented drivers on the grid, Everyone is prone to injuries and everyone is prone to committing mistakes. So that's exactly what happened. And Checo's crash, Checo getting out of the race, that just dented Red Bull's hopes in the Constructors' Championship. So they really, really need a very strong finish in Abu Dhabi in order to clinch that title. So it is going to be very tough for Red Bull. Well, as usual, the race was red flagged yet again. And just before the restart, we heard radio messages from the FIA to Mercedes and Red Bull where Michael Massey was handing out deals. I never knew that such kind of deals were being handed out during such events. I mean, it is quite unusual to hear the race director handing out a deal to a team.
I'm going to give you the opportunity based on what occurred at turn 1-2. We would drop you back behind Hamilton.
Understood.
That is my offer.
Yeah, we'll accept that. We understand the order will be Ocon, Hamilton, Verstappen.
That is
Very
correct.
strange, a very new. Probably it used to happen in the past, I don't know. But that was a very new experience for us. And that was more importantly because he didn't want the teams to go to the stewards. So maybe if the teams would have gone to the stewards, it could have been a different outcome altogether. We would never know now. Regardless of that, Max started P3, Ocon on pole, Hamilton P2, and Max dived into turn 1 and took the lead. And well, that was a very ballsy move from Max. He could have probably taken out all three cars, but that did not happen, luckily. And Max took the lead, and well, he was in the lead for quite some time, but well, this is Jeddah. So we come to lap 37, and Lewis tries a move on Max and turn 1. Max goes off the track and he gains a position technically because Lewis went through turn 2. So Red Bull tells Max that you have to give the position back, and he does so. He leaves some room for Lewis, but Lewis does not understand that, and well, it was kind of a strategic move by Red Bull because he was letting Lewis by right before the DRS detection zone, and if Lewis would have gone ahead, Max, well, he would have taken the position by using DRS. So Lewis just collided into Max, and we were expecting that probably his wing will go off, Max will have a puncture, or Max's gearbox will be shattered to pieces, and maybe one or both of them might have to retire from the race, but that did not happen. I mean, isn't it strange that when someone else collides, their wings will be all off and they'll be having punctures left, right, and center. But when Max and Lewis collide, either it is a double DNF for both, or a DNF for one, or nothing happens. It's as if their cars are made out of vibranium or something. I don't know. Well, after that, the race pretty much died down, and Max was just dropping back. He was just trying to preserve his tires till the end. And the race between Max and Lewis was over, definitely. Lewis was taking the win and he was doing fastest lap after fastest lap despite having a slightly damaged front wing. But I mean, the pace of that Mercedes is bonkers. Anyway, Ocon was quite comfortably in P3 and Bottas was just charging down the track. And he did what he did to Stroll in 2017 Azerbaijan. He took P3 from Ocon right at the line. So, I mean, probably one of the best drag races we have out there is Valtteri Bottas. So there you have it. Another Ham were bot podium finish. And this is the highest number of times Lewis and Max have been on the podium in any season, and this is also Max has actually tied the record for the maximum number of podiums in a particular season at 17. So when Max gets his podium at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, he will be breaking that record as well, and hopefully becoming the first Dutch world champion as well, because now with Lewis taking the fastest lap and the race win and Max finishing P2, they both are at the same amount of points. Although Max is still leading the championship because he has a higher number of wins. But, well, anything can happen. It is an absolute equal playing field for both of them while going into Abu Dhabi, and the race is this weekend, and I cannot control my nerves. My goodness. Anyway, guys, before we climb into our final discussion, I would just like to request you to like this video if you are enjoying it. Please do consider subscribing if you have not already, and do press the bell icon. You will be notified about all the updates from the Menonverse. And a special thank you to all of those people who have already subscribed to the Menonverse. Thanks a lot, guys. It means a lot. So, in the final section, we'll be discussing about the winners and the losers of this race. So, well, if we just talk about the winners, well, it's a bit clear, isn't it? It's Lewis because, well, he has equaled the point tally in the World Championship table. Then we would like to say that it is Ocon because he started P9 and he ended P4. It's also a very good victory for Ricardo because he started P11 and ended up P5, and also Sainz because, well, starting P15 and ending up P8, it's a good thing. Not extremely amazing, but yeah, a very good result considering all that happened during the race. And of course, the winning teams would be Mercedes and Alpine because, well, Mercedes have now edged a bit further from Red Bull in that constructor fight, and Alpine has in a way secured P5 in the championship now because unless, well, AlphaTauri get 1-2 in Abu Dhabi, which I highly doubt might happen, it's a clear P5 for Alpine. And coming to the losers, well, Red Bull and Checo because Checo DNF that just dented Red Bull's hopes in the constructors championship, and I would say Tsunoda because he started P8 and there was a lot of hope from him, but he had that coming together with Seb, and ending P14 is not a good thing. So, well, yeah, that was about the inaugural Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. This chaotic circus is going to return in March next year, but we will be having new cars, so hopefully it should be a different scenario altogether. Let's see what happens there. And that were my race review reactions for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Let me know, guys, how you found this video, and please mention in the comments down below if you like this type of content, anything you would like me to add or anything you would like to discuss. Please do let me know. We are open for suggestion. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and this was the Menonverse.